Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. I hope you've had a really good Monday and you have a good Tuesday and a very good rest of the week. Okay. Once again, thank you really a lot for all the comments that we're receiving across the channel and all the nice feedback that we're getting, the likes, the shares, the community growing there in CoinsKid. It's really grown into something that I didn't honestly envision. It's really good, and once again, thank you for everything that you do, contributing towards this channel. The sharing is caring. So yeah, good. It's all good. Thank you very much. So we're just going to dive into CHILIZ right now. Then I will stay committed to CHILIZ, even though it's going a bit flat and a bit boring, because what this is just a consolidation. Okay, you're not necessarily going down to zero. You are being supported by these levels here. Okay, someone says, how can I draw the fibs like you? Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just show you. I'll give you a tutorial here. Okay, so the fibs is, I use the 4 hourly time frame. Okay, so it's a bit easier to work with. So the fibs, you go down to the third column there like that, and you go to the Fib Retracement. Okay, so you click on that, and what you do, you go from the top to the bottom. Okay, so that was the top of that impulsive move, because what happens is when we go up, okay, we form these things called impulsive moves and corrective moves. Well, basically an impulsive wave and a corrective wave, and you can see that all you do is from the bottom of that previous corrective wave, this forms an impulsive wave. Okay, so that impulsive wave there, that's one big massive impulsive wave, and all you're doing now, you're just having a little corrective wave, which is very similar to this, but as you can see, this was only drawn out a little bit. This is like a descending triangle. Okay, like we were targeting the channel, it broke out and marched onwards and upwards. Okay, and that's what we effectively got going on here, where you form this descending triangle, you're going to break out and onwards and upwards. But what it's done, it's fell into a consolidation range, which is perfectly healthy. You know, there's no reason to beat yourself up, no reason to be doubtful of what CHILIZ is. It's a fantastic product, it's making strides, but you are being pushed down to test these lower fib levels, in my opinion, and that is conclusively, and I'm always going to be transparent with you. Okay, that is why I'm currently out of CHILIZ at the moment, until, you know, I do anticipate that you will see this 0618 retest down here, just a confirmation of support. Okay, and once it gets that, I would be anticipating that it bounces there, because this is a golden ratio, this is the golden pocket. Okay, and there'll be a lot of sort of interest at that point. Again, like I've said to you, full transparency, if it was to lose that, then you would start looking at these lower levels, and like I've said to you, when something goes up and it comes back down, it forms a swing high. Okay, and it comes down, it forms a swing low, and it usually rests on the base of the previous swing high. Okay, and you can see that this is a swing high here, so this has gone up, swing high, swing low, and this level right here, you see that, the 0786 just there, that is the swing high. So effectively, you know, you still could see CHILIZ lose this 0618 and then come down to rest on the 0786. But what I am anticipating, okay, if it was to come down any lower, I'm not saying it will, it's not financial advice, and I've not got a crystal ball. Okay, all I'm doing is telling you what I see. We were in a descending triangle, we broke out, it was looking positive, but then we kept hitting our head on this 0382, which is really difficult level to get through. Okay, really difficult level to get through. Well, it was acted as support and then it's acting as resistance on the way up, which would be the 05 on the retracement. But anyway, it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. As you can see, we were bouncing on the 05 as support for a very long time. Okay, and that's why we had that 047 target in there, because it was the base. Okay, and it was the base of this support as you're falling back down to the previous swing high. Okay, so what's happened is here, you've obviously lost that as support now, the 05. So, you know, common sense tells you that you're in a bit of a bear trap, a bit of a bear trend there with a 4 hourly bearish cross. Okay, pushing you down, pushing you down, pushing you down. You can see the curvature of that. Okay, so what you need is some volume to come in. Got no volume. This was a bit of a fake out there. Okay, it's not sustainable. You can see the fact that it was just wicked up there, hit its head on the 0382, which you've done multiple times. Okay, as you're trying to come back through it, you know, you were bouncing between the 0382 and the 05 for a very long time, lost it, it's come back now, and now you can see it's just caught in that little bit of a downtrend at the moment. It's not bad. You know, if you zoom out, you'll see that it's just coming to test those EMAs on the daily and the weekly time frame there. Another confirmation is I do believe that you are under the daily 20 EMA. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so you are under that, and like I said to you in yesterday's video, at the moment you are caught under that, which in itself acts as resistance. Okay, so what you do need to see is it get back above that that, close above that, because that would be really good confirmation of reversal. As you can see down here, it comes down here and it bounced off the 20 EMA, okay? Really good, really strong. Started to move up, but then it hit its head on the 0382, which it should have found as support, but it found as resistance, okay? And then you see it just continued down. But it could get saved. In my opinion, this 0618, the golden ratio could save it. It could come down there and have that test, okay, and then get that bounce. And like I said to you, when it does bounce off there, I am anticipating a big move, okay? If it was to collapse and come down any further, I would anticipate a bit of a pump off that level there, and you're looking at a nice sort of 16-17% trade, leverage trade, back up to the 05, where it may potentially hit its head again and fall back. So I would be setting a long position on that level there, okay, where it comes down, go long and take my profit there, because I do believe it will come up and it'll bounce and come back down and retest it, because you do want to see a couple of tests of that, just a confirmation. If it does come down, it's not financial advice, okay, but at the minute you can see you're caught, and when you get caught like this, you coming up in your head, you've got confirmation, you've got the daily 20 EMA sitting on the 050, and you've got the 050 itself pushing you down, so you're just caught in this sort of little downtrend coming down to test lower level support. And you can see by then potentially by the time sort of CHILIZ does something like this where it bounces between, you're going to get the 55 come up, okay, in time for a retest, which is a beautiful level to bounce off, okay, because it refuels them rocket ships for your next leg up and then your full retracement, okay, back up to those levels. CHILIZ is brilliant, okay, but all you're going through at the moment is a level of consolidation, and that is it, and that is the truth of the matter. So I'll always say what I see, okay, and like I said to you when you first started the video, you're potentially looking at this way, you've gone up and you're going to go sideways, you know, bit boring, bit flat, you get the retest, okay. Here you would have been testing all the fib levels. Look, what we'll do, we'll drop the fib on this so you can see what I mean. So again, effectively what you do, because you always look at past performance, okay, you always look at history in the charts to sort of judge where you can potentially go in the future. It's not rocket science, okay, play with the charts, move to the left, look at previous structure, look at previous price action, look at where it rested on the fibs, look at the EMAs, look at where it fell through the EMAs, look at which EMAs it back tested. This here, you know, if you were buying down here, this retest of this, wow, look at the growth, look at that, what you would have been in for, you know, you would have been looking at right, it's going to bounce off that 55 on the daily, and it's gone all the way up there, okay, it's gone all the way up there to a new high. You're looking at 5,277%, okay, which is insane, which is like a 50x. There's no reason, I'll be honest with you, there's no reason why it can't do that again after this sort of price structure and this sort of consolidation. Retest some levels, get this RSI really nice, get your MACD reset. You can see you got a bit more of this bearish scenario on the histogram there. Get these MACDs coming down, the lines coming down, okay, forming that bullish cross under the MACD as well, because I'd almost guarantee that move there, okay, it was under the MACD just down there when it started to go. Do you see that? Let's have a look. Okay, it's just above the MACD, but it's relatively healthy. It's quite low, and that's what you want to see. You want to see these lines and these levels just come down and get retested, because don't forget you have gone up so much. So it's all good. It's all still healthy. So what we'll do, drop the fib on this just as a practice. Like I said to you, always bring out your chart. Always bring out the charts and always have a practice. You can effectively see here. So what you have swing high, swing low, then you got swing high, swing low, and it is really as simple as that. It works in waveforms, okay. The more you zoom out, the more you see it, especially on the daily as well. But what we'll do, we'll stick for this for now. So get rid of that, tidy that up, so you know we are on the daily, okay. So you know that you're looking for a fib now. So you go from the bottom, so that was the bottom of the swing low there, so roughly there is your bottom, and then you go to the top like that, and you can see exactly what CHILIZ did. So effectively you're looking at a very similar thing there, where you've got the swing low, okay, you found the base there, which is that base there, that was the low, so you've gone up and that's your low, and you start to retrace, come up, but then when you've hit a top, you fell back through these support levels, and look where you found the support, look where you tested to say, hey, yeah, we're off to the races, and you are looking potentially at this sort of structure here repeating up there, okay, where you do come down to this 0618, because this is a golden ratio, okay. You bounce off there, and which I am anticipating. Look, you see what I mean about you got the bounce, okay, you went down, you got the bounce, you went up, you hit your head, and you come back down for one more retest, and then you started marching on, and when you started marching on, you got back through, you had the mega pumps and got through these EMAs, back tested them to confirmation, and then after that you was hugging the 20, okay, on the daily time frame, and you was just off. to the races. So it's these little trades, okay, that you can sort of jump on board and get a test, because I do anticipate when you do it, that 0618 up there, if you do, okay, if it wants to come back and correct that far, but you can see from the last sort of correction, when it went in an impulsive wave and corrected, you did get that test. So there's no reason why you won't get that test. And this test is just confirmation, okay. It's basically a really, really good level to get a bounce off and just keep marching on. So yeah, effectively that potentially is a really good buy zone, and I would be anticipating a bounce there, hit its head on the 0.5 resistance, come back down for another retest before marching on. And I do think that is potentially, looking at that past performance there, that's what CHILIZ is trying to do now, okay. It's basically trying to come back down and get the test off this 0618 there, like that, okay. So it's going to be long, it's going to be drawn out, it gets quite flat and boring, but I do anticipate that when it does come down, you'll find a high level of support. You know, the EMA, the 55 is going to creep up, you're going to get that retest. It's all good, okay. Don't, you know, I would only sort of be looking to potentially, if you were still involved with CHILIZ, you know, if it was to lose this sort of level of support, then I would effectively be looking at these lower swing lows as a last drastic level of support. And if it was to start losing those levels of support, then you would start forming a bearish cross on the daily EMA here, and that could be the end of the bull run for CHILIZ. Do you get what I mean? So until that time comes, then, you know, CHILIZ is still bullish. So that's basically it for CHILIZ. I hope you understand what I've done there. Oh, and I just wanted to show that chap the Fibonacci settings there. So what you do, you bring your Fibonacci up, and then you get this little toolbar that appears. Make sure your Fibonacci is selected there, and you get a little cog. So just click your cog like that, okay, and then you get a settings come up. They're my settings, okay. They're my settings, so I'll just leave that on the video there for a few seconds, and then you can sort of have a look. But at the bottom I put my levels and prices to the right, okay, just makes it look easier, and that's it. And you can actually reverse this, but I don't have it reversed. So yeah, and if you're using a logarithmic scale as well, do tick the fib levels based on log scale, okay, because if you don't, it's a bit skewed. And it just adheres to the logarithmic scale. So that's it. I have those selected. This one is the 1618. That's an extension for when you can make price predictions and see where potential next impulsive waves go from a retracement on a Fibonacci when you're targeting more upside. So that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much, and once again I appreciate all the likes and the comments in the channel there, and please stay with the channel. And yeah, you're still bullish. Honestly, still bullish. All you're doing is coming down, testing these levels, having a little retest, confirming that, you know, getting support, because you have got to remember that you've gone up 50x from that point. You know, that was when you sort of broke out there. You're talking end of January, so in a couple of months you've gone up 50x. You've got to allow it to cool down and have a little bit of a breather and retest some of these levels, get some of these levels reset, because, you know, as we know, we do have these price targets up here, and we made these when we first made the video, and, you know, this is continuation price targets, and I do believe in this bull run we will get there. Okay, so I hope that's a level of reassurance for you all. Do take care, have a good day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.